Wouldn't you guess it, brother? We are back and we are live, and it's good to be alive. Brother, you want to say what's up to the people?
Hey, brother, I do. People, what's up? It's good to be seen by all of you. This is the Big Daddy Energy Podcast. We talk about all things related to mankind, manliness.
And what a beautiful day it is.
They tried to play us, but we made the game. Offend these haters, turn their shade to shame.
Believe you me.
Stick with the name that pays. Big Daddy everything. And they thought I was dumb to rap, but how dumb is that when I'm the running back? Gut punch you in front of you at eye level, see if you gon' stomach that. It's food for thought, but we don't feed them hoes, we don't need them hoes. Eloquent, Big Daddy elephant, just in their element. Intelligence, telling men something they can tell a friend. And
What's going on, testosterone producers? It is another beautiful day or evening, and it's always good to have another chance to talk to my fellow men. Of course, we have ladies that do come in and join in, so we welcome y'all as well. But obviously, the title and the topic is geared more towards people that do bench press. Jeff, you want to take a look at the title and tell me what you think about it?
Yeah, I'll take a look. I see How Will You Survive at the title.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel like everyone is going to be quite optimistic when answering that question.
All right.
Even the pessimist will become optimistic. So, also, how will I survive what is the question that I respond.
Oh, that's a good question. When I think about how we've been surviving for the last 19 years, so that's since 2004. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, that's a good number, brother. Yeah,
Okay.
that was a good year. Yeah. It's been like a year when the Get Rich or Die Trying album had been out.
Yeah.
2004 had been out for like a year now.
Yes, sir. So around, yeah,
That's
a decent year. Lil Wayne was just kind of getting his thing going.
yeah. The Game was kind of debuting himself.
Yep. That'll be 2004. Yep.
Cool. Good year.
So for the last 19 years, for the most part, people have just been surviving by going to work,
Mhm.
getting some food to eat, paying for gas, going home, talking about some things that might interest a few people, meeting girls. Pretty much, right, brother?
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
And staying out of trouble.
Learning their kind of favorites and least favorites.
Okay. Not going everywhere, just kind of being a little more selective where you show up.
Yeah. Kind of readjusting your social life in some ways, and
Drink.
some people.
Okay. Drinking a little more water.
Yeah. Hopefully, calling your mother more often. For those of you that can call your mother.
A little bit of that. Maybe putting your hands on the steering wheel or on the dash where they can be
Yeah.
seen. A little bit of that.
A
Probably
little bit
a
of
little
that.
more.
Yeah.
Finding alternate music sources and not just
Yeah.
not just
Yeah.
not just hardcore hip hop
Yeah.
or acid punk or punk rock. Just kind of get a little
Yeah.
country in there, a little soft rock.
Yeah. A little Miranda Lambert, maybe some Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
She kind of showed up during that time. Yeah.
And if you have children, probably listen to a little bit of some of the stuff they listen to. Some of the kids, young stuff.
Yeah. You would remember the Baby Shark.
There you go.
You'd probably Maybe, depending, you might be familiar with that song. Maybe you like it.
Okay. I would imagine that would help somebody stay out of trouble. A little bit of that.
Mm-hmm.
Stay alive. Maybe eating a little bit more home cooked meals. Maybe some fresh food.
Yeah.
Not as much McDonald's, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's been good enough. What we said has been good enough to just survive for the last 19 years.
Mm-hmm.
The next 19 years, that would put us at the year 2042. Man. I'm pretty sure something's going to happen between now and 2042.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm pretty sure something bad will happen between now and I mean, I don't wish for it to happen, Jeff, but I know that there's a couple things. There's 2030, and maybe you guys can look that up. And I would imagine there's going to be something that happens between now and 2030, and then something that happens after 2030. Because I can't help but notice there's so many people thinking for me nowadays.
Yeah. I'm actually, something I've learned recently is that I'm actually wrong about most everything that I think and know. It would, according to some people that I listened to, it'd be better if I just did what they said.
So you're wrong. According to society, you're probably you're so bad.
Yeah.
You're the way you think and the way you
It's wrong.
respond.
Yeah. It's outdated, or it's just wrong in general.
You probably need somebody in the psychological.
Yeah.
Maybe you need some help,
Probably. Yeah. Which I wouldn't necessarily disagree with. They're probably right about that.
Man, how you gonna survive? One of the reasons I want to talk about this is because it doesn't matter how much I train. This is something I really thought about. It doesn't matter how much I train. It doesn't matter how much money I save or I put away, or it doesn't matter how positive I am. There's two things that I might as well go ahead and understand before it's too late. One, it won't be enough to keep me and my if things become abnormal, very abnormal, it won't be enough to keep me and my family normal. It doesn't matter, brother, how much I train.
That's
Because isn't that what we all want to try to keep on hold on to? Like, no, but it's like this. It should be like this forever. It's normal.
Yeah.
And you want to try to hold on to that as much as you possibly can. And once things shift like that, nah, brother, it doesn't matter how much I train, who I watch on YouTube. It doesn't matter. Our life is going to change. Yeah. And then the other thing is, it also doesn't matter how much I train. One person is not going to change it back. It probably will never go back, but you know what I'm trying to say. Change it to where it's better again. One person?
Yeah. Nah, not happening.
Won't do it. Won't do it. So one of the things that I want to be pretty early on in this conversation, Jeff, I want to talk to us about togetherness. This is one I've been talking about that for a while, brother. Togetherness.
Yeah. I got some points to make. I think those points will lead us down that path.
Okay.
Right. The conversation of togetherness, but I think you're right, brother. Togetherness. I mean, obviously you've been talking about it for quite some time.
Yes, sir.
And I think togetherness is the only direction of any type of help solution or anything like that.
Absolutely. You got somebody like me as a part of the group. You're in great. I mean, that's a great start.
Yeah.
If I'm part of this group of togetherness, I'm not looking to be together with everybody so I can be like, okay, now I'm safe. No, I don't think that. I don't think
No, you're not safe. You're not safe. No.
I'm not begging y'all to come be around me so that if I'm cold or more warm now. That's not what I'm saying at all.
I always think of zebras, brother, when I think about that.
Do you?
Yeah, because they're like designed to survive in numbers, brother.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And doesn't their coats throw off
Yeah.
their predator?
It does, yeah. Like, because animals don't see the way we see, right?
Right.
That's why a tiger is actually quite well blended.
Yeah, of course.
Even though for us it's like, bro, we see you.
No, but he has shadows on him, so you see.
Hey,
you're seeing past him or through him.
Yeah,
because those are shadows.
They're shadows. And then if you like, but it's not a shadow, you're still gonna die, so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But, yeah. For the predators, the zebras, it looks like a big blur, and they all run because of their pattern. Because they're all lines, and it just looks like
yeah.
That's typically why they hit the one that's singled out, because they can see the silhouette, the shape.
That sucks, brother.
Yeah.
I can smell the food and I see them right there, but
what the heck? Which one is which? I don't know.
Oh man. Because other than that, they're horses, right?
What's that?
Other than that, they're horses, right?
They're horses, yeah. They're actually like not even as good as horses. That's why people don't ride them. They're not even like as strong as horses.
So wait, they're not mules?
Nah, they're horses without the strength on their back that it would take to do any type of hard work. Even mules are more efficient.
I need to look at these zebras, brother, and see what are they good for.
They look really cool, and they're food for some people and some animals.
So that means that if their backs aren't that strong, it means their kicks aren't that strong either.
No, it's not. They're not. They can't carry the weight. They can't handle the weight, or they're not as strong.
Wow. So that's
why people don't ride them.
Yeah, no one rides zebras, brother, because just get one of those.
If you could ride zebras, brother, somebody, right? Maybe the Carthaginians would have had like an army on zebra back. Could you imagine an army of horsemen, but they're not on horses? They're on zebras.
Dang, brother. Why am I just learning that?
How terrifying would that have been, brother? An army of zebramen. But it would suck if you did that. There's just no way. They can't hang with horses.
Wow. So, man. So are they like Fieros compared to a Ferrari? Remember those Fieros?
Fieros, yeah. That's because they were cool looking, bro. Fieros. I haven't seen a Fiero. I remember that, brother. Is that right, Fiero? Or what am I thinking of?
No, Fieros. They're little like smaller cars.
Pontiac, right?
Yeah, there you go, Jeff.
Yeah, man, I forgot about Pontiacs. Cool, man.
All right, so the greatest differences between a zebra and a horse are their size, speed, and coloration. Zebras are smaller and lighter than horses, but they can exceed them in length. Zebras are slower than horses in the majority of cases, but they're fast animals in their own respect. Yeah, brother, they're not cut out. They can't do it, brother.
Nah, brother, they can't do it.
All right. Why can't zebras be ridden like horses? Zebras' backs aren't evolved to allow a human to ride along, let alone to carry cargo or even saddle them. So even if zebras were the nicest animals on the planet, we just cause them pain by riding them. This is not to say that there's no such thing as a tame zebra, but just that they're not a domesticated species. That is cool, brother.
Pretty interesting, right?
Yeah, brother. Never even thought about that.
An army of soldiers on zebra back would have been so dope, man, to read about in history.
Yes, sir.
But nope,
Hmm.
never happened.
I see. All right, cool, brother. So, all right. I don't even know what that has to do with survival, though, man. what,
Oh, I'm sorry, brother. That was my fault. You talked about getting the group together
I got
to
you.
be like, I'm safe. And whenever I think of the
See.
safety in numbers, I think of zebra mentality.
I got you. I got you.
That's how we got down there.
No, I don't want to be a zebra, brother, at all. I actually am not afraid to die, so we can start there. I'm not worried about it. I mean, whether I die at, God forbid, today or 3,000 days from now or whenever, brother. What you got? I hate to sound morbid, but everybody's gonna die, man. So not worried about dying per se, but I am keen on survival. I'm just serious about survival. Like, why, if I'm only gonna be here one time, why would I let just anything take me out? You know what I'm saying, brother?
Yeah, for sure.
And so then you got to start thinking like, well, what are our best odds for survival? And I've always understood teamwork and working as a unit, and everybody having different strengths and different ideas. As long as you can be one, if everybody has different ideas and they're not, and we can't be one, then it's not worth it. We're probably gonna fight each other. But if we could say, hey, here's the thing, there's these many men that we can count on, not freeloaders, because a freeloader is probably better off as meat, even though I don't eat people, brother. All right.
Yeah.
And you can also see that I'm unarmed, so not dangerous.
Same.
I am not dangerous. But aren't they better off as just fish food, brother? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
if they're men, because you can't give us babies. If you can't offer manhood, then what good is a man if you can't offer manhood, brother? I'm trying to think right now in my own mind.
I mean, if cannon fodder, that's about it.
Okay, cannon fodder.
Yeah, if we gotta like do something where we know for sure like a bunch of us are gonna die, get those guys up front, just make them go first. You know what I mean? So we lose less, quality men. That's a tactic that's been used by a bunch of different people.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But if they're hardly men, do you think they'll break ranks? Will they stay there?
You just don't let them. You just make them do it.
Oh, I see.
They're hardly men. What are they going to do about it?
I see. If you come back this way, shots. Yeah. If you go forward, shots.
Or maybe no shots.
Or maybe no shots. Or you might get shot at it and still live. But if you come this way, you won't get shot at and still live.
No, you're gonna die. There's nothing back here for you. Yeah. You won't even see us again, actually.
Okay.
That's happened.
So what are some plans, brother, that, let's say some people are very far from us and they're like, nah, I like what y'all talking about, man, but y'all too far. What are some plans, brother? What are some things? How can people in Massachusetts, how can they survive?
Yeah, start connecting with people around you. That's always good. Start connecting with like-minded people.
Okay.
Make yourself do it, guys. I know as grown-ups, it's kind of hard to make new friends and all that stuff, but just do it. Just do it. Get with like-minded people and share some, maybe some recipes or something, and then just become friendly with one another and just start talking about stuff. That's a good thing to do.
That's good.
Yeah. Something that will survive. Ideas, concepts, philosophies, those things survive for a long time. There's one that will never die. That comes from the scriptures, the Bible. It's since it's been here, it's not died. It's been here
What's
quite
that?
some time. What's that?
No, that's true. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's outlasted stuff that's been written in stone, actually. Interestingly enough. So connecting with that, you could start there. You know what I mean? Start with that stuff.
That's good. I would also say do not depend or trust on uniformed men.
Yeah.
The reason I say that, I'm not talking about individuals, because there's an individual in your family or one of your best friends, and you know them without the uniform. So I'm not talking about that. But the uniformed people, while they're in their uniforms, their loyalty is to their other men or fellow men, and then also whoever that organization is loyal to. So firemen are saying, "Hey, they want everybody. These are firefighters. They're coming around in their fire truck, and they say, "Hey, everybody, yeah." They're saying you got to go into your homes. Just stay in your homes. Just stay in your homes." And then cops come through and they say the same thing. Don't stay in your don't stay in your home. Yeah. The reason I'm saying that, it may say like, well, then I'm going to go to jail.
Yeah.
I might be the first thing you think, like, well, then I'm going to go to jail. Yeah, you're going to go to jail if it's only one of you, you see?
Yeah.
Then you will go to jail. If it's only one of you, they'll take you to jail. But if it's, let's just say, a community of people, specifically men, said, "Oh no, we're not. Oh no, we're not going into our houses," and they will say, "No, well, the mayor is calling for such and such. Got to go into your house," and it will say, "Tell the mayor come talk to us because y'all are holding information. Y'all know more than y'all are telling us." And so now, because you didn't trust them, you're able to get a little bit more information, and then you can move. They need you to obey. That's their whole job, is to get you to comply. They need you to comply. So if we comply, what are we going to get? What can we expect? All these things, like, you gotta take matters into your own hands, but just also recognize your limitations. Because if you become too much of a nuisance, what's going to happen? National Guard, right? Mm-hmm. They'll deploy the National Guard. I don't know if that's next or not, but they'll get back up.
Yeah.
And then if it seems like a hostile situation, then they can start taking people off. So I'm not talking about anarchy here.
Yeah. Now there's some good examples from recent like isolated events, or not isolated, but recent events that can kind of show us what we're talking about, like what happened in Hawaii with the fires. Lots of lies, lots of cover-ups, lots of wrong information. A lot of people suffered. Governments lied. The local government lied to everybody there. Stop people from leaving. All kinds of trash, man. All kinds of nonsense. And then nobody talks about it. Like, there are a couple people talking about it, the people that are there, because we got the internet now, so you can't like just shut people up. But it's not like in the headlines. No major news organizations are really covering it. It's just kind of this horrible, devastating thing that changed lots of people's lives, and the government made it completely worse if they didn't have something directly to do with it, which maybe they did. Who knows, right? Because they won't tell the truth about anything. And this is a good example, right, of these kind of scenarios, right? And these are just like stuff that just happens. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
If it's a big thing, it's only going to be worse.
Yeah.
Far worse. And this happens too. We got examples of this too, right? Because we're comfortable here, but there's countries in the world right now where it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
It's the end of the world. They're going through the apocalypse. It's, you know what I mean? It's the end of the world, as far as they can tell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. As far as food, you got to have a food system. You can't say, "Oh, we got 3 weeks, 3 months food supply,"
Yeah.
because that's you heard. Can you hear yourself? That's just 3 months.
Yeah.
You gotta have a
Yeah.
you gotta have a food system. Having a food supply is not a bad idea. It's not like you're not gonna cuss people out for it because you actually have a lot of food. You can always throw it away if it's not gonna serve you in that moment. But if you have some food, great. I'm just saying that's not. We need to put more effort on food systems.
Yeah. Hunting isn't a food system, guys.
That is not a food system.
It's not a reliable food system.
No. I would suggest that we learn how to grow microgreens. Have you heard of those before, brother?
I've heard it. I'm not really
Okay, I'll talk to you about it.
sure.
Microgreens are very small vegetables that are a superfood, brother. Very
Okay.
dense, packed with a lot of nutrients and minerals, and you can use them to either eat. You can eat them like make little salads out of them, or you can feed chickens with it. And so now you have eggs, you got chickens, and they don't take a lot of water at all. They don't take a whole lot of. They just don't take a lot, brother. And so they don't grow to be very big, but they're small and they're pretty tasty. And if you have that, then you have a little bit of livestock, even if you want a lamb. So you can get a little goats. Goats be good. So you have a little goat milk. So you got a little milk. It's a system. This is a
Yeah.
system.
Yeah.
You can have some grains, just a small little area where you can have some grains. If you are gonna store some food, grains are easy to store, or easier to store than fruits and vegetables and those kind of things. Just dry them out. What do you think, brother? What you got? Food systems.
Yeah, I think a food system is obviously necessary. And then, yeah. I mean, I completely agree. I completely agree. Food systems necessary, and you need to put a lot of thought into it. And not so much like thought into it on like what exactly needs to be done. More so, a stabilized system. Put a lot of thought into having a system that is going to be stabilized and realistic for you to start now. Right? I know some of y'all may live out where you kind of got some space around your house. Maybe you can start with a chicken, maybe two. Spend some time raising the chicken and see how that goes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And these are realistic goals, and then put some thought into it, keep it moving, and kind of get back in touch with reality and the way food goes. I think water's next. I would say water's first.
Water, good.
Yeah.
The thing about water is we got to learn how to well. The reason I'm saying that is too easy to cut off water
Yeah.
and cut you off from water, and they know if there's water over here, sure to find people to take away.
Yeah.
There's water over here. We'll just go over where the water is at and get rid of the people, whether it's take you away to jail or to take you away altogether.
Mhm.
So that exposes you is what I'm trying to say. Unless you
Right.
can learn to well. So if we learn to well, like dig wells and locate where there could be water, so aquifers and things like that, then we do well. Either that or learn how to be in the mountains. Because if you're in the mountains, you have water, fresh water, and also no one is easily coming to get you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have a hard time in the mountains coming to get
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, water is interestingly one of the most dangerous things in the world. Not only can it kill you if you don't know how to purify it,
Yes, sir.
but everybody dies when they try to go get water, even
Yeah.
animals.
Yeah.
Even as an animal, it's dangerous to go get water. Something's going to try to eat you or fight you for it. You know what I mean? So it's a very extremely valuable resource that you need to learn. Maybe just kind of know where some streams are in your area. Start there.
Absolutely.
Start knowing where some streams are, where some available water is. Learn how to purify it. It's really good. You can stock up on like iodine tablets and stuff, but you'll run out, so it doesn't really count. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And then one of the other things is the army. You're gonna need an army. It's just a small army. Nothing too serious. As long as you have armies. How can I word that, brother? You know what I'm saying? To make it like, how do we make the most sense out of it? Just a secured force.
yeah, you need to have the ability to secure and procure essential goods. And it needs to be at least substantial enough that any small element can't just come and take everything from you.
Okay.
That's all.
So a bear comes in, it's like, well, sorry, I'm taking all this.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you need to be big enough for a bear to not take all your stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. And this kind of might sound like, what the hell are y'all on about, man? But here's the deal, man. Look, here's the deal. If someone just turns off the electricity, everyone is going to panic. It would take about 2 days.
Electricity?
Just electricity, and you don't even need it. That's the thing about electricity. You don't even need it at all.
We never did.
Never have needed it, actually. It's actually still kind of new. It's like 100 and something years old.
I know, but there's mosquitoes outside, and
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They've
well,
always
I can't, but I can't see.
Yeah, you can. Just kind of chill for a little bit. Just keep looking around until you can. You'll be all right.
Okay, well, I need to charge my phone.
Yeah. You don't need it, man. You don't need it. When it comes to survival, I wouldn't even start thinking about electricity. But the crazy part is if the electricity goes out, I would guess let's say the electricity goes out in a major metropolitan area, right? If the power is out within 3 days, there will be absolute pandemonium. And that's within 3 days, everything will have completely fallen apart. It's because we rely on electricity for food and for water. So we need to stop relying on electricity for these things. Start understanding how to get this stuff from the earth, man. That's where it's at anyway. Just right out in my backyard and get
Absolutely. Another thing was with the water situation. For cooking, you might need the water, and for maybe cleaning yourself up, you might need some water. You also obviously don't need to clean yourself up every single day. You just don't. But a lot of drinking water you can get from the fruits. So if you have fruit, a plethora of fruits, a cornucopia of fruits,
back to back words. Nice.
yes, sir, then you should be fine as far as water goes.
Yeah.
Try eating an apple, a green apple, right? That's what you like?
Yeah, I love
Okay.
apples, yeah.
Try eating 2 green apples and give me one more fruit if you're cool with it.
Oh, I like oranges.
All right. So 2 green apples and 2 oranges. And then try to drink water after that. You won't like it.
Yeah.
Your thirst has already been quenched.
Yeah.
From the apples and the oranges. So that's anytime you're very thirsty, just eat a fruit. Watch what happens. You'll be like, wait a minute, I thought I was thirsty. Just try it.
Yeah.
Let's try it. All right, brother. I think we gotta giving them something. It's a little. That's a little bit. That's a little bit.
Yeah.
What the ladies can be doing, there's ladies that listen sometimes too, but what the ladies can be doing is learning how to gather. You can start with flowers, because even flowers have things that are needed.
Mm-hmm.
They have medicinal uses or purposes. I don't even want to use medicinal, but there's things that just flowers can help with, and then identify what's poisonous, what's not.
Yeah.
Be able to go grab some berries. That'd be great. If you can grab berries, there's wild berries all through Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Grab some walnut. I mean, not walnuts. The pecans. Yeah. Grab some pecans. There's a bunch of them in Texas.
Yep, all over the place.
Understand where you would find these kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are rotten, be able to throw them out. Yeah, gathering, and then also learning how to cook things from scratch would be great. Because there's too many things that's halfway put together for you. So, like cornbread, you got Jiffy, and you're thinking, I'll make some cornbread today. But how would you make cornbread if you have Jiffy?
Yeah, well, you're gonna gather some corn and then do what with it?
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. You gotta gather some corn. You gotta grind it up, make cornmeal.
Mm-hmm.
So there's quite. You gotta get some sugar, some butter, some eggs. There's a lot of things, to be able to understand what you're doing, so you can. And some women can already cook from scratch, but I'm just saying that's something that would help tremendously. I can't think of too much else, brother. It's really simple stuff, but we just got to do it. That's all.
Yeah, I can think of a few things for the guys, the fellas. Start paying attention to some things.
All right, what you got?
One, I'll say your perspective, your mindset needs to shift from the day-to-day drone life that we all live, where we just work and pay bills and do this and do that, because none of that's going to help you. That's when it's time to step up and survive, all of that is changing, right? You're not going to work the next day. So start shifting your mindset and just think about it like this. Realistically, what the hell am I doing here alive on Earth? Realistically, what the hell is this? I'm breathing air. I'm drinking water. You know what I mean? Like, start looking at things for what they are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not eating lunch. I'm putting food. What kind of food? Proteins, vitamins, minerals, right? And then with that, start, trying to plan ahead. I think every man should know how to sew. Every man should know how to sew. Because if you're out in the field and you rip a hole in your pants, you're either going to have exposed testicles or you're going to know how to sew and sew your pants back up. Protect your testicles. So for y'all that think sewing isn't manly, it is. That's how you keep your testicles safe.
Yeah.
So that's it.
That's good. It's beautiful. Obviously, we can't say too much because of the platform that we're on. Another thing is, a lot of you men, you're going to have your own ways of doing things. So that's going to be good. The main thing I want us to be able to understand is that we got to be in this thing together. If we have similar goals in life and what we would expect to be able to achieve, if something ever changes drastically, then let's just get together. The good thing about me, brother, is I'm still around where I grew up. I don't know how far you are from where you grew up.
I didn't really grow up anywhere. Just kind of grew up everywhere.
That's true.
So
did you just try to out tough me in that?
Nah, I'm just saying I'm kind of more like a wanderer,
So you're one of those guys in the movies, huh?
Just passing through most of the time.
I got you. Yeah, but I'm pretty easy to find, man. If y'all want to get up with me, I know how to get up with Jeff, so we'll be able to put it together and let's see how long we can ride it out, right?
Let's do it.
Get on to the other side of things.
Mm-hmm.